Hey,
Hey,
what's popping? How's everybody feeling tonight? Tonight, I have Fifth Ward Councilwoman Jerry Winfrey Carter in the building with me. Hey, Miss
hey,
Carter,
hey, Satara, what's up? What's up?
how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
It's good. It's
I'm
good to have
good.
you here. I appreciate you. I just want to let you know how much I appreciate you, and I thank you for the time that you set aside for me to do this tonight with me. We caught each other in the mall. I seen her. Hey, you want to come on and talk about some things? And she was so receptive of it. So I really appreciate her, penciling me in her schedule. So I appreciate you so much.
You are more than welcome. Anything for you. Anything.
I love you.
You special.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
You right here. You right here.
Absolutely. So I want to give y'all a little background on us. We had gone to church together. I think she's been knowing me like practically my life. We've been knowing each other, right? And we used to sing in the choir together. Y'all
Damn.
choir together, y'all. So we got a little history. We go a long way back, and even though we haven't seen each other in a while, it's all love all the time. Her mom and dad was always the sweetest, especially her dad. He's so smooth.
He is smooth operator. I always tell my father, I said, Daddy, I want to be just like you.
So he just so mild mannered and so cool. I love that guy. Every time I see, he know I love him.
But I get my other side from my mama, man. My mother will tell you just like it is.
But she is so sassy.
She is.
She's sassy, boy. She always have been.
Oh, she will chop you down. She look you up and down and chop you down.
Listen, I'm telling you, she didn't play at all. Okay,
right.
But she was a very, very nice lady. Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, very nice lady. So let's get to it. Let's talk about some things. How are things going with you in your ward?
Things are going good. Things are going good. I answer my constituent calls. I try to help where I can help. Um, when people call me, I'm right on the spot, answering their questions, trying to help them navigate through city government, calling different departments. I mean, I even help individuals if they're having problems with their landlords. I'll call up the landlord and say, hey, I'm calling representing my resident that live at such and they're having issues, and I let them know, hey, I will go to the news to help them.
Okay.
So I try to help wherever I can help. I even take calls from other residents in other wards.
Yeah.
You know, you, it's about helping the people for me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't care what ward you stay in. If you call me, I'm gonna answer your call and I'm gonna try to help you.
I have a question for you as it relates to the north side of Flint and maybe one of the wards that seems to be in more of a have more of an issue area. What's the biggest issue that the constituents of the fifth ward, what do they call you back? What's the biggest issue? Hi Brenda Boy, hi Wintis. What's the biggest issue that you have in your ward?
Blight. Blight is the biggest issue in the fifth ward, and it's been that way for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I get calls every day about blight, and certain areas are. I mean, we'll clean it up, and they'll go right back to messing it back up again, dumping. But you know what? I don't think it's the residents who are doing the dumping. I think that is individuals coming in from the out city,
Yeah.
other areas. And I think it's contractors mainly that's coming in and dumping. Because
That's
when you clean up the sites, you see that it's just contracting materials that they use to fix up homes and stuff. Or they've cleaned out an apartment building or something and they can't find a place to dump it. So they go to certain areas and dump.
yeah.
And one of the reasons why they're dumping in these particular areas is because they're not well lit. So
Yeah.
that's one of the issues.
So, hi, Bolo. So here's the thing. We talk about this a lot, and so blight is the biggest issue, and blight is the biggest issue in all of the wards. You hear it all about.
Mhm.
You hear it from Quincy Murphy. You hear it from Dr. Liddell Lewis. You hear it from even Judy Priestley. About blight being an issue.
Mhm.
So I keep saying, I have always said, and I keep saying, like, man, people would not be dumping in areas where there are things, because in the fifth ward it's a lot of space now. They
Mhm.
tear down everything. There's no houses really over there anymore. Not like it used to be,
Mhm.
right? And so if they have open ground and open area to dump, yeah, they dump it because they don't
It's
think
gonna be a dumping ground.
yeah. And then not even only that, there's no houses being built over there, nothing happening over there on the north side, and that's unfortunate. What what are your plans, or what would be your plans to um build up your ward, or even just not just your ward, but the north side in general, because it's getting forgotten about. Once they put stuff in Grand Blanc, seems to be it. Maybe even
Mhm.
a little bit on the west side, because Miller Road is happening, on the west side. What's your plans? What would be your plans for the north side?
Well, what's getting ready to happen? You know that they're getting ready to do a lot of demolitions, right? They're gonna demo, a lot of the land bank houses. And what's gonna happen is gonna leave a lot of open spaces. But you know what? I'm hoping that we can get some developers to come in and build some homes. We need home ownership here in the city. You,
Hmm.
I mean, apartments are great. Don't get me wrong. I lived in apartments. Okay. Um, I've lived when I got married. My husband and I, we lived in an apartment. Then we were able to buy a home. When I got divorced, I moved into an apartment, and then I was able to buy a home. Um, but we need home ownership because we have to really think about our tax base. We
Mm.
got to build our tax base. Um, so I'm hoping that we get some developers to come in and want to build some homes, affordable homes, even some of the tiny homes.
Mm.
Um, they have a tiny home area in Detroit. One of my girlfriends just purchased her a tiny home.
Really?
So yeah,
Ask her
yeah,
to come over and look at it. I want to look in it.
yeah. She said, Jerry, I'm gonna invite you as soon as I get everything straight moving. In fact, she said that hers came fully furnished. You
What?
know, yeah, yes.
No, I'm so serious when I said, ask her, can I come? I want to see it.
Yeah, we'll roll over there together.
Let's do it.
She
Let's do
she my homegirl. We were
it. Okay,
roommates in college, so
let's
she she
do it.
she cool. So, but yeah, so that's what I'm hoping to rebuild the North End. We need more businesses to come in and wanna set up in the North End. Of course, we have a food desert. We need a grocery store.
Yeah.
Um, you know, I am really hoping that the grocery store that Pastor Flynn is trying to finish up. I'm really hoping that they can get that done. But of course, we're going to need other grocery stores.
Yeah.
I'm looking at maybe something similar to a Myers or a Walmart or something.
Yeah. So
So
I have a question for you as it relates to the homes that are being torn down and everything like that, the demolition. So are is that land able to be purchased from us? Like, so say there's some land that's able to be, if it, even if it is able to be purchased, could I build on it? Or are those one of the ones where you can't?
I don't I can't answer that question,
Okay.
Sakara. I don't know. I don't
Okay.
know really. But I would say once they start with the project and stuff, inquire about it. In
I
fact, I'll
definitely,
inquire for you.
I definitely will, because
Yeah, I will
I would
inquire
like to
for
buy
you.
some land and do build on it, or even, I would like to. I would like to buy some
Hmm.
land and build on it. Absolutely.
Hmm.
So
Now they are finishing up Clark Commons down here in my area, over here on Avenue A, Avenue B,
yeah.
that whole area. They've done a lot of knocking down trees and different things because they're finishing up the project, and they're gonna look like they're building more townhouses and duplexes.
Okay. It's a couple questions in here I'm gonna ask you from some of the people. So one of them is from Wintersall, and she says, "Jerry, when I had the cleanup over in the Fifth Ward, you were advocating for street lights. What happened? Did you get turned away?"
Winters, yes, of course, it never happened.
Mm,
But I keep pushing for it. One of the problems is this. Once they start demoing the homes, that's going to cut down on the street lights, because we have street lights based on property taxes and
oh, yeah,
assessment fees.
yeah.
So let's say, for instance, if my whole block, if they demo all of the houses on this whole block and they just leave my house here, I will only have one street light, because all of the other homes will be demoed. It'll be just empty space, which to
Mm,
me, it doesn't make sense.
mm-mm.
That's backwards.
Yeah, you want the whole
It's
street to be lit
backwards.
regardless.
It's backwards. But
Yeah.
it's based on property. It's based on your property, the street lights, because we pay that street light assessment fee.
Oh wow.
Yeah, isn't it crazy?
Oh wow.
But that's one of the reasons why we have so much dumping in the city,
Yeah.
because it's dark. I mean, it's just backwards to that your city can't be lit up, because now we're getting ready to all of these homes are getting ready to be demoed, even the ones who are the house streets that they have homes that are abandoned, and no one's living in these homes. You don't have street lights right there.
Hmm. I see Dr. Liddell Lewis finally got some street lights in some places where she had been advocating and fighting for a year, and she finally
Mhm.
got some. So I think that's a huge win, and I hope she says she's working on getting
Yeah,
going down Clio
and
Road.
I've
I,
been fighting
oh,
for. Yeah, Caldwell and Concord. That's the area that we had that cleanup.
mm-hmm.
But also with the street lights, we need cameras in
Yeah,
those areas where
understood.
they are dumping. I
Mm-hmm.
have several areas in the Fifth Ward where they're dumping, and we need cameras at those areas too.
Okay. I got one more question I'm gonna ask you, and then I'm gonna get into some stuff with you. So this is from John M. Scott. He said, Jerry, couldn't the council take X millions of dollars from ARPA funds to handle blight in Flint? What is the holdup on spending those funds? It's
Hey, I'm all for spending the money,
right.
but you need 5 votes.
Oh,
You
right.
need 5 votes to get anything done.
It seems like.
So
Oh, I'm sorry. Go for it.
so with that, I'm for putting money into the blight department. I think we
So
need to
isn't
have,
there 16 million that already went towards blight?
well, that went to the land bank for the demolitions.
Oh, oh,
Okay.
okay. I got you.
So now we're talking about, I would like for more money to go into the blight department.
Okay.
To keep this city clean, free of blight, we need to enhance the blight department. We need to at least have two full-time blight workers and maybe a part-time blight worker in each ward to
Mm-hmm.
make sure that the wards are clean.
Okay.
So, because it's impossible for them to clean this whole city, get to every ward and take care of blight.
Mm-hmm.
We really need to enhance that blight department. We need to get them the equipment that they need. You know, the back, what are they called? The back haulers or whatever that thing is that you pick up
Backhoe.
all the,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the back hauls. They need about 3 or 4 of those, you know.
Rashard Wagner said he would love to if we could get a Costco or a Publix here in Flint. I
That would be awesome.
If we got a Publix, I would be so happy.
Oh yes, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Publix, Harris Teeter.
Yeah. Yeah. So, all right. Let's get into some stuff. Let's get into this city council and all these things going on. The first question I want to ask you is what's up with the attendance with some of these folks? Why is it okay for their attendance to be so horrid and we continue to keep them there? What's the deal?
Well, one of the things you guys do realize that several of the council members do have full-time jobs.
Understood.
I wouldn't be able to sustain what I'm over here trying to do just on the council salary. So I would have to always have my full-time position.
Mm-hmm.
But I think too, and I'm gonna say this personally for me.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm so burnt out early on, that first term towards the end, I was getting really burned out. And then campaigning to keep my seat, that again kind of like really burned me out. So I'm just now gaining up my energy to be able to sit in these long meetings. I think that's one of the issues, that our meetings are so long that, it's like, oh my God, do I have to go? And I don't know. Me personally, um, I try to make it to every council meeting, committee meetings, and the regular council meetings. The budget hearings, those were not counted towards our attendance. You didn't have to have a quorum for the budget hearings.
Okay.
Now, if I couldn't make a budget hearing, I would listen to it just so that I can hear what was going on at that particular meeting.
Mm-hmm.
But my first term, I barely missed council meetings or committee meetings. I think this term I've missed a couple of committee nights.
Okay.
Because I was sick or whatever. But I never miss unless I'm sick or I have to do something for my job.
Mm-hmm.
But you're right. I mean, I can't say that we need to dock the pay because we really don't get paid enough.
Understood.
Yeah. I feel like I really feel like I'm paying the city to be the representative of the Fifth Ward.
So with that being said, right? With that being said, what should it be a should it be a full-time job? Because it's full-time
It's
issues.
full time work. It is full time work.
It's full-time issues, and
It is.
doing it part-time doesn't get it right, because you have, like you said, constituents calling you and all these other things. And so how do you service the community part-time?
But if you those municipalities who have full time council members,
Hmm.
of course they're larger. Their population is much larger, and they're pulling in more revenue.
Hmm.
Okay, so they can pay for full time council members, like in the city of Chicago. They have their council members are called aldermen, and they do get a full time salary. Plus, they have an aide that helps them, but their responsibility probably um, their wards or whatever are much larger, and the city of Chicago can pay.
Well, isn't that the goal though? That's the end goal for Flint, right? We want to become one of those cities. But how do we do that if we can't get no businesses in here? We can't get no houses built for
Right,
people to come in,
and that's it.
want to put buildings in or whatever. The ordinances, the building ordinances aren't being changed so that people can build and they can buy land and do all of those things. It's an absolute travesty that's going on in Flint that we can't get anything done. And it's by design. We gotta call it what it is. It's by
Oh
design.
yeah, it's by
So
design.
they're redlining, right? They're doing
It's
all of
by
these things,
design.
gentrification, because they're tearing all this stuff and you're not able to buy the land. So then they buy it up for cheap, and then boom, we gentrified. And then
Yeah,
now in the area in the Fifth Ward where I could probably rent a house for $550, $600. Now I gotta pay $1,200, $1,300
yeah,
to live
yeah,
in the Fifth Ward.
yeah,
What? Because they done
yeah.
gentrified it. That's what
Mm-hmm.
they want. But we are allowing it to happen because we don't hold folks accountable for things. We don't come to y'all and say, listen, okay, I get you want this blight cleaned up and all of that, but y'all gonna need to change some of these ordinances. Y'all need to get these folks in order to change some of these ordinances so we can come back to the city of Flint. I can't come back to the city of Flint if I ain't got nowhere to live.
Right,
I can't get
right.
no businesses in here. If I wanted, even if I had some money to bring a big business here, why would I do that? If I can't even live here to watch it. This is where I'm gonna live at.
And see, that's one of the problems too with the blight. Let's go back to the ordinances. And I've been fussing about the blight ordinances that we have need to be enforced.
Yeah.
They should be enforced. Our neighborhood safety officers should be riding around, because you have a neighborhood safety officer in each ward. They should be riding around, tagging cars or whatever, enforcing those ordinances. And so that's one of the problems. When you talk about ordinances, we have to enforce them.
So
And
who
they're not being enforced.
who can enforce the NSOs to do their job?
Well, they're really under the police department,
Uh-huh.
okay?
Uh-huh.
But they go around and they're supposed to enforce the blight ordinances that we have on file, on record. For instance, you're not supposed to park on your lawn.
Mm.
Can't park on your lawn.
Mm.
You're not supposed to have a car in your driveway with let's say you have a car in your driveway and it has flat tires, it's not running, or the license plates are expired. um that's one of the ordinances. You can't have that. I have a couple of situations over here nearby where cars are parked up on the lawn.
Mm.
Blight officers should be riding around every day doing their jobs.
Okay, so y'all that's on here watching this and y'all see all of this and some of those things that's going on in the community, and you see those things where it's a bunch of people using their yards for junk yards and y'all don't like it.
Yeah, call it in.
Call them, flood it, do
Yeah,
all.
call it in.
I have any of you ever seen any of the NSOs out in your area? If not, call it out. Make them do their job.
Yeah.
They get tired of call. I guess they get tired of you calling them after a while. We don't know unless we try. So
And it's set up. Check this out. I had never, ever since I've been on council too, it's so weird that I cannot call my NSO. Your NSO should be your right-hand person. I should be able to be in contact with my NSO on a daily.
You can't contact your NSO? Tanya can't contact hers either.
No, because we have to go through their supervisor.
Oh hell. Who the hell is their supervisor? T Green?
No, well, he has someone over the NSOs. Yeah, so it's a long process, but it shouldn't even be set up like that. We should be able to contact our NSO. I should be able to pick up my phone right now and call my NSO and say, hey, there's a situation on Dayton Street. I need for you to put it in your records to go over there tomorrow to, do this, that, and the other.
Yeah. That's crazy.
So,
well, that sounds useless as shit.
It is. It is.
Okay. Moving forward, let's get into this real juice that we want to get into.
You want the tea, don't you?
A good gallon of the sweet tea. A good gallon of sweet tea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the evil words and situation.
You don't want me to shut it down, do you?
I do. I definitely shut it down. Shut it down and shed some light. Come on with it. Feel it. Feel his feet.
Oh, God.
Feel
you know what? Now, everybody who knows me know that I always try to be respectful. Okay. I don't get into all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I got too much on my plate. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to do some other things. Mm-hmm. But when I feel like I'm trying to be fair and allow all of my colleagues to speak, because me, for instance, I feel like our rules are too to me, our rules constrain you from doing what you need to do. Mm-hmm. Our rules constrain us from just being able to sit around the table and have dialogue. Mm-hmm. Okay? I think people get too bent out of shape about the rules. But I understand that we have to have rules, because if you can't behave accordingly, right, and behave as an adult, well, you do need to have rules and you need to have consequences. Right. And at times I feel like I'm sitting I used to teach middle school. Mm-hmm. So at times I feel like I'm sitting in a middle school classroom with all of these different personalities and different behaviors. Okay. Right. Now, what happened was Councilwoman Herkenroder, she wanted to put a motion on the table. And in fact, she did make her motion. Okay. But I was trying to get an understanding of why she wanted to make that motion for that particular resolution, because the motion didn't align with the resolution. Okay. So I was trying to understand what was she trying to do with this motion. And we're having a conversation back and forth because I'm trying to get an understanding. Eva Worthen butts in and says, so I asked Herkenroder, I said, Councilwoman, why are you trying to make the motion? Because I'm not understanding, because it doesn't align. Eva Worthen butts in and says, point of order, because we can. And I said, what? Where the attitude coming from? I didn't understand the attitude.
Right.
And so that's why I said what I said. And I said what I said in order not to go there.
Right. I feel it.
Don't take me there. First of all, I had been up since 6 o'clock that morning. Our meetings are entirely too long. We have people just talking. Make your point and move on. How come we can't make our points and move on?
Yeah.
Our meetings shouldn't be that long. But we should be able to pick our battles. You don't have to fight everything. And everything don't need to be spoken upon.
Right.
And so, but for her to say that, it made me do a 360. Okay?
Yeah.
Fire started coming out of my ears. Because I'm like, wait a minute, why you getting smart?
Yeah.
You don't have to. Because I'm gonna allow you to speak.
Right.
I'm gonna allow everybody to speak. Because I'm fair like that. And it's a lot of pressure when you chair a meeting. It's a lot of pressure because you got to listen to everybody. And I just didn't have the energy to deal with no nonsense.
Okay.
That night, during that hour, the hour of the night that we were, I think it was like late.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put up with nonsense. Because I get down, I'll walk out. That's me. But yeah, and that's what she said. Because we can. Because you can. Why? Because if you're white privilege, because you can, because of your white supremacy. What you mean because you can? So that's where, but then, and this has been almost 5 years with her. She throws a rock and then she hides and she becomes the victim.
So after she said because we can, when did she get to the that's ghetto or college ghetto?
Said because we can, and I said, all right now, don't get funny acting, or I'll shut it down.
Right. Right.
Or I said I'll shut it down, or I'll turn it out, or whatever, which means, look, I'm not for your nonsense tonight.
Right.
Because you might get a couple of choice words. And I don't want to have to do that.
Now, after that comment was said, when she called you
after the comment was said, I guess that's when she said, oh, she's so ghetto. Now. I tell people, I got like 7 personalities.
Okay. Which one was coming?
I got seven. I'm like a 7-layer salad. I got seven
Oh,
layers.
okay.
Okay.
Oh, did she go to the gutter on you? Did she get that one that
She
was?
didn't get the she didn't get the last layer. She
Uh-huh.
almost got it. She almost got it because, like I said,
Where the
I
good
felt,
stuff settle at?
I felt like she was being funny. I felt like it's always to me, and I'll say it, and I don't care. It's always she's trying to flex her white privilege all the time.
Yeah,
You know, she comes in like that. She
yes.
sits over there. She's constantly saying stuff under her breath. She's always huffing and puffing.
Well,
You
honey,
know,
they always here. When is she there? We don't know
well,
yet.
whenever she's there. Whenever she's there.
Oh, because I'm shit. When's she
Whenever she's there.
there? Okay. Well,
And then we got people on Facebook upholding her like she's some type of queen.
child, you have people on council the same way.
Right. Upholding her like she's some kind of queen.
Yeah. Mm. So, just tell me what did that feel like for you? How did that make you feel? What did that feel like for you?
What, for her to say that?
Mm.
Well, you know what, Satara, you know what? And I tell people it happened. And I knew one day she was going to be exposed because that's how she really feels.
Yeah.
What she said was basically, y'all ends.
Like Jaleel said, she was basically saying, "Nigga, shut up."
Right. That's what she was basically saying.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed that every time I'm cheering the meeting, Burns is cheering or Mays is cheering. That's when she starts with all of her nonsense.
Mm-hmm. Mm. So, why haven't you suspended her?
Well, when they came in that first time to censure Councilman Mays, I made a statement, and this is what I said. I said, if we're gonna censure Councilman Mays, we need to censure Quincy Murphy and Eva Worthing along with Councilman Mays.
Yeah.
So if that's not gonna happen, I can't vote on it.
Mm.
And it's not that I condone Councilman Mays' behavior, you know, but if we're gonna be fair, let's be fair.
So you knew I was going there with that because that's the talk. They say Jerry Winfrey Carter go with everything May say. But
not necessarily.
I do remember you saying that. Like, if we don't do that, then we need to censor everybody.
Yeah.
And that's how
everybody.
Y'all not censoring her, but you want to censor him. What's the difference? Like, you'll let her talk like that about me, but you want to censor him. I think I do. I agree. I understand.
And so it came up again last week, whereas they wanted to actually censure Mays for 30 days, whereas he can't come to council meetings. Well, no, I'm not gonna vote on that, because if you're gonna censure him for 30 days, and he can't come to council meetings, then we need to censure Eva Worthing as well.
Yeah.
Right is right and wrong is wrong.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Okay.
Yes. But I am going to say this, and people need to start watching. People need to start watching. They constantly poke at Councilman Mays. Now, and my thing is, if you know somebody's personality, if you know what's going to get a rise out of somebody, don't take them there.
Right. Right. You're right.
You know, don't take them there. Be the higher person.
Woo. I listen. That looks like it's really hard for folks to do on that council. It's a
It is. And
it's
I sat back last week and I watched
yeah.
how they were trying to just jerk at him. But and I'm the person, he's upset with me now. But I'm the person that tells Councilman Mays the real. I'm the one that I'm not gonna agree with you all the time. I'm gonna tell you when you're wrong.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you when you're wrong.
Yeah. So it was a question in here and said, why is the second ward councilwoman trying to suspend you?
I don't know what she tried. I don't know what she. I don't know under what grounds.
So answer this question for me. What's the difference between Kate Fields I remember when Kate got censored, she could still come to council. She just couldn't talk, right?
That was the difference. They took it was said that we took away her freedom of speech. Whereas we should have, when we censured her, we should have censured her with 30 days out of council, whereas she couldn't attend meetings.
Oh, just all the way out. So
Yes,
that's the problem. She should have been all the way out and not.
yes,
Okay.
yes. But I'm gonna tell you, and Councilman Mays has a heart. He was the one that amended the motion to for her to be able to come to meetings, but she couldn't speak. Because I was like, let's take her out for 30 days.
So which way is the right way to do it? Was she supposed to not have been there?
It should have been done, just take her out totally for 30 days.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you're going to do it. But you can't, when she was at council meetings, she couldn't speak, and you can't take away somebody's right to speak.
That's interesting. So I have one other question. So you are in favor of the grocery store on the that Pastor Flynn was trying to get going. What was did you vote to give them that extra money?
I
That's it.
couldn't vote. I couldn't vote because I'm a member. I'm a member of the store.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a member of the store. So I will not be able to vote.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
Hmm. I
it's
didn't know.
unfortunate because you know what? It's unfortunate because we're in a food desert. We're in a food desert.
Are you the only council member that's part of the store?
I think Councilwoman Lewis is part of the store too.
Okay, so you two both can't vote.
We can't vote.
Ah, okay. Okay.
And I joined a while ago. I became a member
Okay.
because my thing is, if I say that I'm for the residents of the city of Flint,
Mhm.
I got to be all the way in and be for the residents of the city of Flint.
Mhm.
And I know that there's a food desert on that end, and I want to be able to meet the needs of the residents and do whatever it is I can to help to meet those needs.
With that being said, where do you stand with the House of Esther?
I'm all for it because you know what? It's our responsibility to help pull up our young women and our young men.
What's the,
I'm an advocate for youth,
I do
period.
know that. I do know that.
Okay? And if we have some young mothers out there that need some assistance, I'm gonna be right there helping them.
Well, what's the problem? What's the problem? Why can't we come to an agreement to say, listen? Because here's the thing for me is that, I know I say it, and I've heard other council people say it, that, the north side is being forgotten about, and it's a bunch of things that's going on the north side that people want to happen on the north side, but 5 to 6 council people can't vote and agree to do it. So here's what I'm saying is, because I say this all the time. I'm like, so if 9 council people supposedly live in the city of Flint, all have a love for Flint and are saying that they want to see Flint progress and move forward, but so if you need something in your ward and it makes sense, that all 9 people should be voting yes on it. It makes sense. I know it's some shit that don't make sense. Now listen.
Oh yeah, it is.
Ask for some shit that don't make sense. I understand that. And the same that if Dennis Pfeiffer needed something in his ward that made sense, y'all all vote on it, right? Now he done came on the show and he done said my ward don't need very much, right? That's not how you feel about your ward. Your ward need a lot of shit. Judy Priest's ward need a lot of shit.
Right.
So why? What's the problem? Why we gotta fight and argue about something that is going to be beneficial for the north side, which everybody claim they want, right? And you won't even vote for it in your own ward. Like I don't understand it. I'm just perplexed. Y'all listen. I know before you answer that, I want to answer this. Tony Wiggins said, Satara, you have a very interesting demeanor tonight. It's kind of like you're processing things in your mind. I am. And you know why? Because I just
say what you gotta say.
No.
You look at the council meetings, you see what happens.
I do. And I am processing because I'm just thinking about a whole bunch of things, right? And so like I don't get a lot of time all the time to like research and go back and do things, but I have, like, in the last 2 days, I've been like watching, listening, doing this, doing that. And like, I've really been busy at work. I do a lot of work on this side. I do a lot of work on that side. Like, I get up at 3:30 every morning. That my day started at 3:30 every morning. And I'll be getting off of here and be done to like 10, 11, sometime midnight, and I'm back at it, right? But I am thinking about some things, because now is the time where it's election time. It's a whole bunch of things going on, but it's just so many things that need to be done. And I'm just trying to process, like, why is this not happening? Like, we say this all the time, and we keep asking these questions. We keep doing all of these things, and we keep spinning our wheels about it. But what's the damn problem? And I'm asking you this because you have been on a council for a little longer than some of the other people that I've talked to. Tanya Burns ain't been on there as long as I've talked to her. Dr. Liddell Lewis, I've talked to her. She hasn't been. But I'm asking you, what's the fucking problem? Why we can't get it together and say this needs to happen on the north side and we gonna vote for it together? What is the problem? Why are we wearing our heart on our sleeves and we are dealing in more the emotion than we are for the need of Flint? So personal emotion.
So who do you see when you watch those council meetings? Yeah. Who do you see that's not voting for things to happen on the north end?
I see Quincy Murphy not voting. Shit, ain't that in this ward?
That it's in the first the grocery store? No, it's in the first ward. House of Esther is in the first ward.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's Eric Mays. I'm sorry. But listen, now, so I see Quincy Murphy not always voting for things on the north side, right? I see let's just go with the House of Esther. Let's just go with that. Not voting for it. Dr. Liddell Lewis not voting for it. Allie Hokenroder, she not voting for it, right? Dennis, I don't know. Did Dennis get the vote on it, or was he not there? I can't remember.
He was not there.
But everybody, hell, who was it that voted for it? Tanya and you and Eric? Okay, well then shit, the rest of it. But why? What's the problem?
Girl, this here will take a couple of bottles of wine.
I got some.
You might need to pour you up a glass of wine.
I got some. I might just pop the bottle and just drink out of that because, child, that's what it sounds like I need to do.
Okay, so listen to this.
Okay.
You know they didn't want me back up in there.
Mm.
Because I was strong about that dispensary not being downtown.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You know, of course, they didn't want Councilman Mays back up in there, but they had no choice. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's take it back to election time.
Okay.
Whereas you had certain individuals that they wanted in those seats.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And they were
Yeah.
spending out all this money
Mm-hmm.
for campaign literature for those certain individuals.
Okay.
Okay.
Eric was talking about that. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, keeping that in your archive.
He actually showed it to me, so I got to see it. So yeah.
Oh, I got some too that you can see.
Okay. It's in my middle row.
And to my house. My opponent.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
4 elaborate postcards, mailed postcards came to my house.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm sure it happened in the second ward. It happened in the third ward. It happened in the fourth ward. It happened in the fifth ward. It didn't happen in the sixth ward. The seventh ward, it happened. Okay. It didn't happen in the eighth ward. And it didn't happen in the ninth ward because that seat, she didn't have anybody running against her. Well, she did have a write-in, but it didn't happen in that ward.
Okay.
So, of course, they wanted some people not to make it through because they wanted those seats.
Yeah.
Because, you know, anything for the north end of Flint, I'm going to vote for it.
Yeah.
I'm going to vote for it. So if you sit back and watch who voted for it and who didn't, you pretty much know what's happening.
So I see that. Listen, right? I see that. And I have spoken on that. And I say this all the time. Like, I ain't attacking nobody's character. Like, you know, like I'm not attacking nobody's character because, like, it's some of them that I really, really like. I think they're really nice people. However, your choices in you're a public figure, public platform, you're out in the public, you get public scrutiny. And I think that it's a disservice to be just voting down everything that's for the North Side because now I feel like you got an agenda. You got this same gentrified agenda that somebody else, and so now you pushing the gentrified narrative. Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel. I got a right to feel how I feel. I ain't saying that's the thing, but I got a right to feel how I feel, and you can't argue with my feelings. And that's how I feel. I feel you pushing a gentrified agenda, and I don't understand that. Like, what's your problem? Like, I don't understand it. Stop saying that you advocate for the North Side and you don't advocate for the North Side for real.
Stop saying it, because you don't. Anything that comes forth that is in reference of the north end of Flint, y'all watch. You watch who votes it up and who votes it down.
And I'm saying, like, I understand that everything not gonna make sense, and not everything is gonna get voted on. But damn, nothing, like everything gonna get shut down. It's so crazy because even watching it and seeing, like, I don't condone Eric Mays' foolishness. Some of that shit he be doing, I be like, dude, you gotta chill. However, the message get killed with the messenger. And then I feel like the votes don't go through because of who bringing it to the table. That's crazy. So we gonna just really we gonna say fuck Flint because Maze brought it to the table. Or we say fuck Flint because Jerry went.
I don't even think it's that. I don't even think it's because he brought it to the table.
What you think?
I think it's because they just don't want the North End to flourish. I mean, I don't know. Help me, because I'm confused. Because with the House of Esther, my thing is they got the money. Let the people pay the money and let them take the property and do what they need to do for those mothers.
Yeah.
Why? Why not? That property been sitting over there even before the House of Esther even went into the property. I know Northridge Academy was on that campus at one point, but other parts of the campus, they weren't even being used. So,
and then
we don't just let the property sit there.
And then he had the school part, right?
Huh?
Mike Doan had the school part of it.
Yeah, after Northridge Academy moved out.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think, I think they have some other plans for that area.
Damn right they do.
That campus.
And they already have it planned. Damn right they do. And they don't have I don't think that they have not one little inkling, an iota or anything to say that they're going to give it to Michael Doan or to House of Esther.
They have some other plans.
Because they both should get it.
And we got people moving their agenda. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah. Child, I said this last night and I said
people better wake up and stay woke.
Listen, I done said it last night. I said it a few nights. I said it all the time. I'm not selling out at the plight of my people.
Me neither. I will never.
I'm not selling out at the plight of my people. And that's what drives me crazy. And that's what I just really be thinking about that, because I'm like, what the fuck happened to us? We had our great-great-grandparents and all of them, they're fighting and, walking and marching and all of these things. And they went through all of these things for us to be where we need to be. And we are getting set all the way back. Listen, we really back in 1955.
We are.
We got set all the way back.
But you know what? We got to band together.
Oh my God.
You got to band together.
Real.
We cannot come together for nothing in the world. And it's very unfortunate.
Yeah. And Jerry, what's wrong with the churches? Remember when we was coming up and we was in the churches and how prevalent and relevant they were? You couldn't do nothing without Foster Avenue, Christ Fellowship, Antioch, and New Jerusalem. Baby, you couldn't do nothing in Flint without seeing any of them. What's the problem? Why? What's the problem? Why are we doing this? What is wrong with us? Why do we keep dropping the ball? Like, what the fuck is the problem? Listen, it be so crazy that I think about that, and it gets to the point sometime where you just be like, you know what? I want to do like everybody else and throw in the towel and just take my happy ass on somewhere else. You get tired. You get tired of hearing the same thing. You get tired of seeing the same thing. Tired of doing all of that. It's so many churches here. Why in the entire hell do these children not have something to do? Because why y'all not opening the doors up? Y'all a whole ass nonprofit. You are a business. You are an entity that can open up. So many of them have rec centers.
They do.
Gyms.
We use at Falls Avenue, man. At Falls Avenue, every summer that gym was packed.
But even if they just open it up and use their rooms for like arts and crafts, or I don't give a shit what you did, just so they can come run around and not be in their mom and daddy's face for a little while. I don't care. Give them something to do. They got all these big ass churches just closed the hell up, and ain't nobody doing nothing with them, or nobody doing nothing in them. It's the craziest shit ever. And as many kids is running around in different places and in these neighborhoods and all of this stuff, and nobody opening their doors to do that. What the, we can't keep listen, we cannot keep complaining about crime and the kids don't have anything to do, and we not holding these people accountable. Because why do we not go to these churches and go to these pastors like, hey bro, you got all this church, it's a whole lot outside, it's a whole lot of kids outside, why you can't open it up? It's crazy. Yeah, but as soon as they come in there, y'all want tithes and offering. Will a man rob God? Man, if you don't get the hell out my face, will a man rob God? And you won't do nothing for these kids that's right next door to this damn church.
Neighborhood. Yep.
What's wrong? What is wrong with people?
And that's why I said it's up to us. We have a responsibility to help those young women who have children, the pregnant women who do not have a place to go. They're getting ready to have a baby. It's our responsibility.
What happened to the village? Now we can't be the village no more?
That's what I'm saying. It's our responsibility. We gotta bring it back.
I'm telling y'all think y'all see I'm in a space right now. I'm exhausted with these same ass conversations and this same ass agenda and this same old foolishness. Like, I'm serious.
But you know what? It's gonna continue. Like, what do Arthur Woodson call them? The gatekeepers?
Yep.
We got us. We are so divided because we got the gatekeepers over here. And we got the ones that's out there fighting right here. Okay? And I don't know what's going on in the minds of the gatekeeper. You don't want to see your people making it. You don't want to see the north end of Flint flourish. What is it? What you want to move the agenda of them?
Yeah, for real.
And that's what's going on.
So
what's going on?
Tony Wiggins asked the question. He said, as a hang on. He said, as a member of the Northside grocery store, do you receive a monthly financial statement?
I do get a an email sent to my personal email of meetings, and I don't know if there's a statement on there, and it could have been this last email that I got. It could have been a statement on there.
Oh, but not regularly, like monthly?
I don't go to any of the meetings because I think the meetings are like on council meeting nights and stuff. So I haven't been able to go to any of the meetings.
Oh, so you have to physically go to a meeting in order to get the statement or that?
Well, what I'm saying is it could be attached to those emails that I get. I do see the emails. I have so many emails coming in. I got council emails. I got my work emails. I got my personal emails. So I may miss some. But you know what, Tony? I can go back in and look and see if the financial reports are attached to those emails that I do get from the North Flint Reinvestment Food Market.
So what's the status of that? Do you know?
I don't know. I do think they did get the money that they were looking for, but I don't know what's the holdup. But you know, a lot of things are on hold as far as because you can't get the materials that you need. You know, to finish projects. It's a lot on hold. So I don't know exactly what's going on with it.
He said, "Don't you want to know what your money invested is doing?"
Well, I'm sure my money is being invested. Well, I did see the financial report that they submitted to council,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm sure that it's on the right track and stuff. I have no problems with the food mark. I really don't.
Antoine Burt said, "Families need to be restored. The family impacts and influences communities. Too many broken families." Antoine,
Yeah.
you're so, so right.
And
That's
so and
so
so you know what? And there's a gap. We talk about our children in schools and how they're not able to achieve um, you know the academic goals that they need to achieve to go to the next grade. And then we talk about our parents, okay? And so I work with the parents. I'm a director of an adult literacy program in which I help individuals get their GEDs, okay? Or if they need adult basic education. So we have this gap, all right? And we always pour money into K through 12, but we need to start pouring money into adult education too, because we got to be able to close that gap. If a parent cannot teach their young, basic math or basic writing, basic English, the gap will never be closed. Okay? And so we have a lot of work to do. And yes, the breakdown of the family has a lot to do with these levels of education.
Jerry.
Because if you don't have your GED, um, really, at the end of the day, you won't be able to get the job that you need to get to be self sufficient.
Jerry is basically
Yes,
that new math. Cause I'll be damned. That's some bullshit.
it is. I don't, you know what? I'm old school math.
Okay, because one
They
plus
need to bring it back old school.
their paragraphs to show 1 + 1 is 2. I just need to.
Right. And then they got to draw the picture. They got to draw the picture and all that. I was like, what is this? What is
Nope.
this? I was trying to help one of my little cousins with their math one day. I said, no, we can ready to do this the old school way. I don't know what you doing here, but we doing this. I'm gonna show you the old school way. This is how you set this problem up, the old
Okay.
school way.
Listen. I
They
call him.
done brought in New York math, Chicago math, and Georgia math, all these different maths.
Mm,
What
I caught
happened to
hell.
old school math?
I caught hell trying to help my baby. I
What
thank God.
happened to old
Thank
school
God
math?
she's in 11th grade now, because baby, when she was in the 3rd and 4th grade, I caught hell. I
Yeah, because
no
that's when they
my
started
ass,
that New York math and
man.
all that.
I don't have time. I don't have
Yeah,
that time. We do. I agree that there is a gap that we need to close the loop.
yeah, we
I
do. We
agree.
got to close those gaps. We do.
I, I agree. What is it gonna take? What do you suggest? What is it gonna take? What is it gonna take for us to progress Flint Florida? What we gonna have to do? What's the top 3 items on your if you could progress Flint Florida, your top 3 action items? What are your items and what would you do? Top 3.
Well, number one, people don't want to live here because of what? Public safety and blight. Okay? We got to get this city cleaned up. We got to get more police officers um, out there in the streets because our crime rate is off the chain. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So the first two, public safety, blight, okay? And then we need to, and I got four. We need to bring in more economic development. more businesses and everything. But with that, you got to have the people to place into these jobs. So we got to be about our business, helping individuals get their GEDs. We got to be out there making that happen. Because the bottom line of what I see going on here in the city of Flint, we have a mindset problem. All right. And I've said this, there's a difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. All right. With levels of education, and I've done my research on this, with levels of education, your mindset begin to change. And so once your mindset begin to change, these blighted areas would be cleaned up. Like, for example, as a person, a fixed mindset person, they're not going to think about the person next door. They're not going to think about anybody else but themselves. A growth mindset person is a person that's going to think about everybody else. You're not going to let your grass go uncut because you're going to think about your neighbors.
Yeah.
So we got to be out there arming people with levels of education. And I'm not saying everybody needs to go to college. No, but I am saying everybody needs to at least have their GED so that they can be able to have the options that they need to have. If they want to go to college, if they want to go to cosmetology school, if they want to go and be a plumber or whatever they want to do, you got to be self-sufficient.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of work to do in this city.
So a couple other people have some ideas as well. And so first, I think Antoine Burt is he works with me. So first, Jaleel said, establish knowledge of self with Blacks, which will establish love for self and kind.
Exactly.
2, crime and violence prevention. 3, entrepreneur training and investment. 4, building the nation for ourselves. That's what Jaleel said. Tom Burt has something really great, and he said, 1, present fathers willing to speak life into young men. 2, exposure to new productive things. And 3, community needs to learn a trade. Now, so Jaleel has said prior to, hold on, let me go to what he said. Jaleel has said that we need to we focus too much on getting educated to get a job rather than getting the training to create a job for self. I agree with that, but then I don't agree with it as well because I can see both sides of the coin because everybody's dream is not to become an entrepreneur, whether they have an entrepreneur spirit or not. It's not everybody's dream. But here's the thing with being an entrepreneur. You can be an entrepreneur and you can make a big business. Who the fuck gonna come work for you if all we building is entrepreneurs? Then you're going to be working by your damn self. But you need a whole bunch of people with you. Hey, everybody can't be the boss. Somebody got to be a worker.
Right.
So I get what you're saying, Jaleel, but I'm going to be devil's advocate on that and say, hey, listen, we need some workers too. People need to learn how to get a job, period, flat out.
And listen to this. And I'm not saying, and when I say levels of education, I mean, levels of education means everything. Learning employability skills. You know, learning how to do a resume, learning how to fill out an application. These are all levels of education. Levels.
Absolutely. I totally agree with that, and I did not know that you were working on the adult ed side, and I think that's great, and I think I got an idea on how to bridge some of those gaps. We could talk after this.
Okay.
Would you see?
Okay.
Together on something.
That's what I do. Monday through Friday, I'm on my grind, helping people prep and we, you know, the center that I work at, we pay for your GEDs, you know, we pay for your test fees and everything, your materials.
And Antoine, I need to talk to you more often, sir. We pass by there, you ask me how I'm doing, and we talk. I ask you, is there anything you need? And you don't talk like this to me. You doing me a disservice, sir. You talking like this, and you ain't talking to me like this at work. Wait till I get to work on Monday. I'm pulling you to the side. I'm getting somebody to take your spot off that line, so I'm pulling you to the side to have a conversation. You ain't had no conversation like this with me, and I see you every day. He said Black people also have to learn to keep a spirit of excellence as well.
Exactly.
Young man,
now who is that?
he works for me. He never talked like that. I can't wait to see him on Monday. Oh, I can't wait to see him on Monday. He's such a smart young man, right? And I knew that, right? But I didn't know he was talking like this. And we talk all the time. Oh, you know what? We're gonna have to kick it outside of work, and we're gonna have to talk about this, Antoine. As a matter of fact, Antoine, maybe one day you can come on here and you could talk about this, young man. Antoine, would you like to be a guest? Right, bring you on, and we can talk about this. But listen, for real, we do have to keep a spirit of excellence.
Mm-hmm.
Putting that on a t-shirt. I'm telling you. That's a young man, y'all. That is a young man, y'all.
Our young people, man, I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud of them.
We're not listening to them, Jerry.
And that's one of the things.
We're not listening.
When they come to me and they talk to me, I mean, I'm an educator. I used to teach 7th and 8th graders. I taught high school chemistry. And you know what? It's not even about teaching them, but as a teacher, you gotta listen too. You gotta listen.
Absolutely.
They can teach you so much.
Definitely. And we're not listening. And you know what? So people always say this all the time. Like people say, work with the kids. Little kids ain't my flavor. Let me just be honest with you. It's a special place in heaven for people that can deal with little kids. I do not have the temperament. I don't. I cuss too much. I just patience thin. Y'all, I got ADD. Hell, they can't have ADD and I got ADD too. We ain't gonna have time for each other.
Right.
I got to do better. But middle school, high school kids, especially high school kids.
I love it. I love it.
We need to do that, Antoine. We need to. Okay, so Precious Austin said, "I'm very proud of them. That's why I'm working with these young people." Precious, bless you. I love it. I love that you were working with the young people. I literally want to have more time to do that. Antoine said, "I'm hunger for change for generations to come," and you will do it, young man. Goodness gracious, you the ones that we need to put in place. You are the leaders. You all are the leaders.
Yes. We got to start priming. We got to prime our young people.
Absolutely. We need to be grooming you all, and we need to not drop the ball for y'all so that y'all can progress forward and make it so much better than what it is right now. We absolutely do. Jaleel said we don't listen to our youth. We don't listen to the Honorable Louis Farrakhan. We don't listen to anybody. We have developed a personal like for and admiration for you, right? Brenda Boy said it's very important. That's one of the complaints that they are not listened to. You are absolutely right. That's why you are such a young leader. And that's what Precious just said. You are a leader, young sir. We listen, y'all. Can we just all get together and just make sure that we are doing the right things? Can we just all get together and make sure we are supporting the city council, we going to city council, and that we are, like I said, and I say it all the time, if we can listen to them for however many hours they can do it, we can all pack them seats up and sign our name, and we can all give our 3 minutes. If that's all we got is 3 minutes, then why not 1,000 of us give 3 minutes? Why not 48,000 of us with free? Why not all 83,000 really be there 3 minutes? If we are
What's happening?
we all need to be in support of that. We all need to hold everybody accountable. And we say that, and I say hold them accountable, but I'll be holding them accountable from the top down, not just them, from the top down. We need to start supporting more of these nonprofit groups. We need, I said this and I'm going to keep saying this, right? Us More Strong. Dominique, y'all support her. She is working with these children that we are supposedly advocating for. We need to continue to work with Precious Austin. Precious, I'm not sure exactly if you are with a nonprofit group or exactly what you do, but if you are working with young children, then we need to be behind you. We need to stand behind you and advocate for you working with these young children. We need to advocate for Michael Clack, who started his nonprofit. Dearly Beloved. We need to do all of that. We need to stand behind Jaleel and the Nation of Islam, where they're doing Man Up Peacekeepers. They are doing all of these great things, and we are not standing behind them, and we are not making sure that we need to be standing behind the House of Esther.
Yeah.
They got 21 children. They are housing these first-time mothers, right? That are not being separated for their babies. If they are in foster care and they turn 18 and they get out, the baby's still in. So they're being separated for their family. This is a way to keep them together. We got to do better, y'all. We are a community, and we should be more of a community of love. We should be a more community of advocation of each other. We should be more of a community of just loving on each other and making sure we all are progressing. We got to do better. We literally have to do better. And we have to be unified in doing that. We have to be unified in doing that. And then, even when I say that, and I'll say this about council, if we are advocating, and I do, for even the young people to watch council, we can't have them watching everybody making a mockery of it. We teaching them how to argue and fight. But we keep calling them crazy. Hell, they gonna call us crazy too, because we telling them come watch and see that silly shit. We gotta do better. We really do. We honestly have to do better. And it all starts with us, right? And it all starts with us, just one person at a time, to be the change that we want to see. That's what we gotta do.
Yeah.
Jerry, I know that you gave me so much of your time and you didn't have to. This is your chill day, and I appreciate you so much.
Oh, you are more than welcome. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Do you have any parting words for the people that are here?
I just say, stay woke.
Yeah.
Stay woke. Y'all got to be out there watching what's going on. It's a lot going on in this city. It's election time, and look, I'm getting ready to crawl into my little box, my little shell, and I'm gonna stay out of the trouble.
Okay.
But I just say to the people, stay woke and be about your business. Trying to get what you need so that you can be self-sufficient. Because if you don't see what's happening, if you can't pay, you can't stay. And that's the way it's going. Yeah. So that's why I'm out there every day trying to help people.
Absolutely.
Get what they need.
Absolutely.
You got to have options.
Yeah. Okay. We appreciate you. Oh, Belinda Love, tell us the times. What time? Hey, y'all, the Flint Public Library is open tomorrow. She said,
oh, wow.
I'm in that thing. Tell me what time. What's the time? So I can come. Y'all know I'll be fashionably late. So let me see what time it is. Y'all know I'll be late, right? I'm sorry. I'm yet working. Belinda, can you put in the chat what's the times for the library? I need to know so we can all come on out. Ooh, that's powerful. You can't play.
Oh, I didn't realize I can look at the chats over here.
Yeah, 11 to 4.
Yeah,
9 9
Wow.
p.m. to 6 p.m. all day. Okay. Boom. All right. So with that being said, Jerry, are you coming to the opening of the library tomorrow?
What time is the opening?
It says she said from 9 to 6 p.m. all day.
Okay. Yeah, I am gonna go through the library. We're having a open house over at the St. Luke New Life Center as well tomorrow.
Oh
There's
yeah,
a
what
lot
time?
going on in the city tomorrow.
I hear.
Um, oh, it's a lot going on in the city
What time is
tomorrow.
that? What time is that shindig you're attending?
From 12 to 3
Okay,
over at the New Life Center, St. Luke New Life Center.
okay, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, again, I
Oh,
appreciate you more than you know. Yeah, girl, look at the chat, child. It's
I
probably
didn't know that. I could have been looking at the chats and everything. This is awesome. Now, what is this Melon app?
Mhm. Yeah,
I
we
like this.
like it. You like it. I'm glad you.
Yeah.
It was
So,
easy to get into. All that. It was simple,
yeah,
but
it was easy. But I'm trying to figure out now. I'm trying to figure out how to look at the how you how you're able to just go through and look at the chats.
it's a scroll. You just scroll through it. That's all I do, child. Just scroll through it. Listen, y'all, I thank you all for coming and being a part of the show as always. I thank you for coming on and spending a little time with Jerry Winfrey Carter and myself. We're gonna come back on. We're gonna dig a little deeper, y'all. She only had a little bit of time, so I couldn't get it. We couldn't
Oh,
get
we can
in that thing.
look. We can dig deep, whenever you want to dig deeper.
Okay.
I
We
don't
gonna
want to. You know what? I'm trying to be politically correct,
understood.
and I don't want to turn things out and shut them down.
Understood. It's open. We open over here. This is an open platform, open for anybody to come and speak their minds or whatever. You know what? I don't. I let everybody come on and speak their minds. It doesn't matter who it is. You know, I'm not biased. I'm not on one side or the other. Right? I'm not biased at all. So I want to hear from everybody. I want to talk to everybody. Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's a good thing. You should be able to feel free to say what you need to say
Absolutely.
without being called what? What did she call me? Oh, she's so ghetto.
Ghetto.
So what was ghetto?
Jasmine Woodrina. Oh, you got next? You want to come on? Come on. Of course.
Oh, Jasmine. Hey, cousin.
Jasmine, come on. Come on. Jaleel said, keep on keeping on, Councilwoman Winfrey Carter.
Oh, you know I'm gonna keep on, Janelle. You know I'm gonna keep on. I'm gonna keep on fighting.
Well, we're gonna have Jerry Winfrey Carter back on. We're gonna do some things. We're gonna see some things. We're gonna go out. I'm gonna go with her to go see one of these
Tiny houses.
tiny house. And I'm gonna report back on that. And I might be advocating for us to get some tiny houses. I should read your comment, Brenda Boy. Where is it at? Can you say it again? I'm about to head on.
What Jasmine say?
It's really a lot of say for all kinds of people go on my page. Is that the comment you was talking about?
What?
Brenda Boyd. Okay, yeah. I love y'all so much, and I thank you so much for joining us. And Jasmine, let's hit me in my inbox. Let's do it. You know I don't mind. Um, let's continue to reach out to each other in love, right? But here's the thing: you gotta love on you. So make sure that you love on you. Because if you can't love on you, you can't love on nobody else. But you definitely have to love on you. Because what's better than you? Absolutely nothing. There's nothing better than you. So make sure you love on you. Take that time out. You know, I always advocate for mental health and awareness. And I think that is part of it. And loving on you is part of your mental health. And so love on yourself, you can love on somebody else. And we have to get back to community. We have to get back to family, and we have to get back to us. We have to take our city back. We have to demand it back. We have to take it back. We can't ask for it back. We can't beg for it.
No, we gotta demand it.
Take it back, right? And that's exactly what we have to do. remember, I do love y'all. I really truly do, and I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. As always, listen, make sure that you all are checking out those nonprofits that I was talking about. Make sure that you look into those things for the House of Esther. If there's something that you can do, or even if you can reach out, or even if you just say a prayer for them, do that, right? Make sure that you do that. And make sure that you are saying a prayer for my brother, my little brother, Michael Dawn. Make sure you're saying a prayer for his mother, Patricia Cobb, who's in the hospital, and also for his grandmother. Please keep them all in your prayers, please. Um,
Yes.
ask, pray for each other. Pray for our city. And pray the right prayer, y'all. Don't PREY pray. PRAY pray. Okay? Don't do that. Make sure we're doing the right things. Um, make sure that you're taking some time out for yourself. If you got to get away from social media and stop listening to all the propaganda and all of that, do that. Get outside in nature, take a deep breath, breathe in that good ass prana. Get your feet in the grass. Sit down, meditate, listen to nothing. Go down to Stepping Stone Falls, one of my favorite places to go, and walk that path and sit by the water and just be with you. We have a problem with being present, and we need to be present. Sometimes it's just as much as just being present, not thinking about the future, not thinking about the past, but being present, right? And sometimes that's what we have to do. But I also want you guys to make sure that you are following counsel and you are watching counsel and you are talking to your council person. You are going out and you are helping to clean up the city. Dr. Liddell Lewis, Quincy Murphy, Jerry Winfrey Carter, all of them are have these blight things going on with blight. Y'all make sure y'all do that. Do all of that. Make sure that you are, if you're having an issue and you're having a problem in the city, make sure that you calling them and you advocating for. Hey, for those for the what is it, the NSOs, call them, damn it, make them do their job. Call the supervisors and tell the supervisors they're not doing their jobs. Y'all get on that. But we have to change the city. We got to do that. We can't expect everybody to do it. We can't beg them to do it. We have to do it. So as constituents of Flint, we got to get out there and we got to do it, right? So I'm always advocating for it. I love y'all so much. I appreciate y'all for showing up and coming on with us. Don't forget to do all the things I said. Hey, shop black businesses. Shop
That's
black.
right.
Keep your dollars black, right? And with that said, I love you all. Y'all have a great, great, great night. Peace out.